So what we got going on here today is our old school, trusty little closet-made grow cab. Now, if you guys have been following me here on my channel, I have many dozens of pictures of this little grow cab in action. It fits 72 cell or 128 cell trays perfectly, and this shelf here is fully adjustable. As you can see, the peg holes, so you could start your seeds out all the way up here, and as they get bigger you drop your shelf, boom, and it'll fit plants up to, I don't know, 15 inches, 16 inches. What I have in here, I went out and bought a vanity light for your bathroom and took all the sockets out and the wiring, and I mounted the sockets and the wiring up here, attached a regular cord to it so you can plug one cord into the wall and all 8 lights will work. And these are standard, these ones here are standard 9.5 watt 3000 Kelvin household LED bulbs with the globes removed. And they are kind of old. These are a couple years old, so I'm going to go ahead and replace these. Also, what I had in here last year was these 9 watt 3300 Kelvin somewhat, I guess they call grow bulbs. A19 Grow LED from Home Depot. And they were kind of dim. They had that kind of I guess full spectrum or purplish color to them. I don't really see that they did a whole lot. I have excellent results with the 3000 Kelvins. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these here today, and I'm going to replace them with 12.5 watts, which are 75 watt equivalent. And I got 4 bulbs in 2700K and 4 bulbs in 5000K. This is where we have a mixed spectrum. And we're going to go ahead and get these swapped out and put the new ones in and get this cab up and running again. Like I said, it does hold a 72 cell or even 128 cell tray with the dome, and you can start your seeds in here. This thing's been running in action for about 5 or 6 seasons now. Back in the day when I lived in Colorado, I had a couple of these up and running where I was starting clones and seedlings and stuff in these as well. The household LED bulbs work great. There is no need to go out and buy expensive LEDs. You can if you want to, but if you're trying to save a buck, go ahead and get this closet-made closet. They sell at Home Depot for about 30 bucks, 32 bucks. I think they may even have them in Walmart now. And go ahead and get yourself an 8-light vanity that you usually use as a vanity that holds your lights inside your vanity in your bathroom for your bathroom lighting. And go ahead and get it wired up and screwed up to the top. Rip the domes or rip the globes off of your household LED bulbs, screw them in, hook a cord to the wall into the back of the sockets, and you are ready to rock. I mean, this cab does look a little bit beat up because it is 5 or 6 years old and I've sprouted thousands of seeds in here, but it works justice. It does the deed every single season. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing tidied up here today. Going to rip all these bulbs out, rip the globes off the new bulbs I got, and get the new bulbs installed. So the bulbs we will be putting in here today just came from Walmart. Got the Great Value brand. I mean, I buy everything Great Value. I don't care if it's food, pizza, bread, household appliances, you know, small stuff like light bulbs and such. I buy everything Great Value. I mean, they are a great value and they are a quality product. So anyway, 27K, 2700 Kelvin, 5000K, 5000 Kelvin, 12.5 watts each, equivalent to 75 watts. So I'm going to have a nice mixed spectrum in this little grow cab with the 2700 and the 5000 in there. every other bulb will be changed. So I'm going to put a 2700, a 5000, a 2700, and 5000, and continue until I have all 8 bulbs installed in here. And yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and show you the box to show you exactly what I'm putting in this cab right now as far as lighting and LED lights. And these are your standard globe LED household bulbs. Nothing special. They're $7 per box, and it comes with 4 LEDs, 4 bulbs per box for $7 a piece. So $14 to light this cab up. And I'll show you what we're going to do next here. And there really is no trick to getting the globes off of these LED lights. You basically grab the globe with a pair of channel locks and press in the channel locks real hard, and the globes do pop off. Now this one here, 12.5 watts at 5,000 Kelvin. So we're gonna go ahead, and you can see I have watermarks from me putting stuff on top of here and it leaking down the back. But like I said, this thing is hammered. I could go out and buy a new one and build a brand new one, but there's no need. This thing's hammered, but it's gonna serve its purpose once again this season. It's gonna start a few hundred, if not 1,000 plants for me this season. So basically, just screw your bulbs in. It's not rocket science, people. That one's in. And that was your 5,000. This one here, $12.5 watts, 2,700. So I got a 5,000 in the back, a 2,700 in the front. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a 5,000 up front. And a 2,700 in the back. And I'll just keep doing that until all 8 bulbs are installed. Okay, I got all the bulbs installed. Now, all of these sockets, because they are low wattage LEDs, all of them are tied together going into one power cord. As you can see here in the back, I got a power cord going out through that hole. And it runs along the back, and there it is. Now you could have a 3-prong. I chose a 2-prong because that's what I had here. And I don't even know if that's set up there for a 3-prong. It might just be a 2-prong, a 2-gauge wire there. And let's see what happens here. This will be the first time I crank this up this season. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see what we got with these new bulbs. Holy shnikes. Those things are damn bright. I had the 9 watts in there and thought the 9 watts were bright. Holy shiz. I gotta put my glasses on real quick because that thing is, it probably doesn't show on the video, but man, those things are blinding. As you can see, I have the mixed spectrum in there. The 2,700 and the 5,000. 5,000, 2,700. As you can see, I have the nice mixed spectrum in there. And it's not going to show because this camera is not LED friendly. But man, when I tell you this damn thing is bright as shit, man, I might even have to start off with just 4 bulbs running until they're about a week or 2 old, the seedlings, and then turn on the other bulbs, because man, I'm telling you, this thing is brighter than hell, man. I can't even take these glasses off and stare at this box, because when I take my eyes away from the box, I'm blind. So going from 9 watts to the 12.5s really did justice for this little box. But that's basically it, guys. I do go ahead and leave these doors partially open when I am germinating in there. Usually about halfway. This door, I gotta go ahead and get a rag and wipe this thing down, a bleached rag. I usually leave it open like that. This way there's constant air flowing in there. And then I do have an overhead fan going in this room, and I do have another fan inside this tent over here to my right that does throw some air outside the tent that goes sort of towards this LED box. But man, this thing is bright as hell. I'm looking forward to showing you guys what this thing is capable of. Like I said, you check my IG or my Facebook, you'll see this thing in action where I've grown Jamaican Reds a foot tall in here, and then sprouted them. I think I sprouted them sometime in December and had them outside in the Georgia weather in April, and they were about a foot tall and bushy as hell. But they do fit. Let me go ahead and grab this real quick. This is your standard tray that fits 72 or 128 cells, and I have room on both sides by 1.5 to 2 inches on each side. And like I said, this shelf is fully adjustable. You can see the peg holes up the side here. But being that this box is so bright, I don't think I'm going to have to move this tray up and down here. I think I'm just going to put the tray, I'm going to take this shelf out, I'm going to put the tray down the bottom and just sprout my seeds and let them grow from there, because it's so bright in there. I wish I had a light meter to see exactly how strong this light is in here, but man, I could tell just by my eye and being around grow rooms and whatnot my whole life, I could tell that this box is screaming with high intensity LED lights right now. And I'm really liking the glow inside there. It's not exactly white, it's not exactly amber or red, it's a perfect hue inside there. So I'm thinking the spectrum is going to be pretty badass for getting these seeds going this season. And that's basically it, guys. All right. So just as you guys saw from the last couple of minutes of this video, the closet made closet, which this is, comes with a cardboard backing, which the back wall here is made of cardboard. When I got the closet made closet and I was converting this into a germination cab, I went ahead and ran a bead of caulk around the outside edge before putting the cardboard on it. Now the problem I was having, and you heard me mention earlier in the video, is when I'm watering inside the cab or even the tents next door to this cab or on the other side of the room, I tend to put a lot of water bottles up here. And those water bottles leak, and they leak down the back of the cab. And as you saw in the beginning of the video, that cardboard was all rotted from all the water dripping down here. So what I went ahead and did today, I had some extra pieces of FRP, which you can get at Home Depot or even Lowe's. And it is fiberglass paneling. A lot of this paneling is used in commercial kitchens and commercial bathrooms, or even in your house or in your laundry room or in your basement. And it's made of fiberglass. And the good thing about the fiberglass is it's pretty good reflective material for the back panel here. It's a lot more stronger and it looks a hell of a lot better. Like I said, it reflects the light, it's mold resistant, and it is water resistant. So that is the upgrade I made here today to this cab, and I'm glad I did. I've been wanting to do it for the last year or so, and I just haven't had the time until today. I had the FRP laying around. I cut it to size. I took off all the old rotted cardboard and stained cardboard, which I'll show in the picture here. So as you saw in that picture, I tore off the old stained waterlogged cardboard. I cleaned up the back. I took all the nails off the back, all the caulking off the back, sanded it down pretty good, ran a new bead of caulk around the outside edge, and installed this FRP panel on the back. Reflective, mold resistant, water resistant, and it looks freaking great. Then when I was done, I actually came inside here and I ran a bead of caulk along the inside edge to seal off the inside edge here. As you saw in the beginning of the video, this cord here that I have powering the unit and tied into all these LEDs, this was all rotted out. It did have a little tiny hole in there, and over the years it got rotted out and it got broken and pulled apart. So I went ahead and drilled a perfect size hole here and fed the cord through that hole. I went ahead and respliced those wires with new wire caps on it. And then I came in here and reinstalled the 12-watt LEDs. And this thing looks freaking great. I'm pretty excited to get this thing up and running again here this season. We're probably going to go ahead and start a grow series here shortly in the next week or two. And the grow series is going to have 72 cell trays inside this cab, which fits perfect in here. And we're going to do a grow log. We're going to show you guys us putting the Pro Mix in the germination trays, us dropping the seeds in the hole, watering it, putting the dome on it, and putting the whole entire germination tray with the dome in this cab. And then we will update you guys every 4 or 5 days with a nice little video. We'll put it here on the channel, and we'll have a little grow log. This way you guys can see exactly how this little grow cab works. You know, for $32 for the grow cab, and then whatever you spend on the FRP on the back, or if you just want to keep the old cardboard piece that comes with the Closet Made. If you want to go ahead and use the cardboard, use the cardboard. I can't use the cardboard, and I don't suggest using it because you saw what happened. It gets all moldy, and it sucks up water. If you come in here and you foliar spray your dome, or you foliar spray your tray, the back panel is going to soak up all that water, having that cardboard in the back. At least with this, it's water resistant, mold resistant. If it does get wet, you can wipe it dry, or it'll just roll down the back or whatnot. But I'm pretty excited to get these new trays started in here this season and give you guys a little grow log, so you can see exactly how this thing works and how good it actually grows. Now I think this is going to grow a little bit better because now I have the upgraded 9 watts. I went from 9 watts per bulb to 12 watts per LED bulb. And I only have 4 of them on right now, so I could shoot this video because it's entirely too bright in here. But just at or just under 100 watts for this small cab, I think it's going to work pretty darn good. It may even be overkill to where maybe I only need 4 of these running at a time, because the 8 bulbs running all the time is entirely too bright. I don't have a meter to actually run in this cab to see exactly how many watts or how many, how strong the strength spectrum is inside this cab. I'm just going to, stick my germination trays in there and see how good it grows in there. I mean, I've always had good luck in this cab, so I don't see why I wouldn't again, especially with the upgraded LEDs in there. So just for reference, I went ahead and dug out a tray This is your 72 slot tray. Fits absolutely perfect in here. The door's shut, and there's still a pretty good gap. I'd say a 1/2 inch gap between the end of this tray and the door, so the door fits perfect. There's a good 1.5 to 2 inches on each side, and it fits freaking perfect, man. And like I was saying in the beginning of the video, there is a shelf. There's actually 2 shelves that this unit comes with. I usually use 1 shelf, and it is fully adjustable. As you can see, the peg holes, so you can start your seeds up here, and as they grow you start lowering the tray down to the bottom. But I think because we changed from the 9-watt to the 12-watt LEDs, I think I'm just gonna try to start my trays down below here on the base level and leave them there the whole time, because it's gonna be super bright within this cab, and I don't think there's gonna be an issue of these things trying to stretch towards the light or whatever. So there's the 72, and I do believe this is the 128. Fits in there perfect. So there it is, Vedder's Peppers do-it-yourself germination cab. 8 individual 12-watt LEDs. I got 4 of them turned off right now because it was entirely too bright to film inside this cab right now. But there you have it. 128 cell trays, or you put your 72s in there. Done deal. All right, guys, give this video a like if you liked it. Give us a follow, and we will be back in a week or two when we actually fill these trays with Pro Mix and start germinating some seeds inside these trays, and we will give you a grow along the whole entire way, them germinating, and then we'll try to update every 4 or 5 days, and we will do a grow along inside this cab so I can show you exactly what this cab is capable of. It's a great do-it-yourself type cab. I mean, if you guys are new to growing or even experienced in growing and you just don't have the room or space to get, your seed started every season, this is a great option. It only does the 72 or the 128. I'm sure it does all the other ones in between there too. But the point is, I don't know how many seeds you guys are trying to start here or what vegetables you're trying to grow, but this thing's perfect. For $32, $33, you get this cab. You go and get your vanity sockets and your LEDs. You hook up a cord, and boom, done deal. You got yourself a grow cab. So, like I said, I appreciate you guys following. Appreciate you guys liking the video. And come back, because we're going to have more in the next couple of weeks. So, stay tuned. Peace!